Hello and welcome back to Meet the Eatmons Endangered Species podcast, where we inspire, uplift, and spotlight people and individuals that we think are doing things that are inspiring and important in the world. And so we're your hosts, Curtis and Spring Eatman, and we're very excited to talk to you guys today. More relationship talk, what we love. And so what are we talking about today?
The princess treatment. Mm-hmm. Look at you as you little princess with your little prince. That's what she calls that little dog.
Say hi, Max.
That's not. I can't call that a dog. That's like a accessory. It's an accessory.
He's a sweet boy. Huh?
Yeah, it's an accessory you fit in your purse, right? Yeah, but today we're going to be talking about that. All right, we're going to be talking about is the conversation on social media is viral right now. Talking about princess treatment. We're going to watch a video in a minute about that and reaction. But is it really respect or regression? So we're going to find out today.
Okay, respect or regression. Okay, well, let's see.
All right, cool. So let's go to the video and see what you guys think as well as we watch it together.
Let's talk about princess treatment if you're at a restaurant and how you interact with the waitstaff and the hostess. If I am at a restaurant with my husband, I do not talk to the hostess, I do not open any doors, and I do not order my own food. So someone had sent me a message a couple weeks ago asking about, like, let's say your husband drops you off and he goes to park the car, what do you do? Or if it's raining or something like that and he wants you to put your name down. And I had a very similar situation happen to me with my husband a couple weeks ago. I'll put her question on the screen so you can see exactly what she's saying, but we pulled up, me and my husband pulled up to a restaurant and he wanted to run in and see, we didn't have a reservation. He wanted to run in, well, we didn't have a reservation, so we wanted to go up and see if it was possible for us to get in. He pulled the car up at the valet station. I stayed in the car. He got out of the car, told the valet, I'm just gonna run in and ask a question. I'm gonna leave my car here. I sat in the car while he ran in and asked them. They said, yeah, we have space for you. And my husband said, okay, I'm gonna go get my wife and then I'm gonna park the car. So he comes back out, opens my car door, walks me into the restaurant, opens the door, and I stand and wait. I did not make eye contact with the hostess. I did not talk to her. I waited until my husband came back. He comes back, does the exchange with her, and then we went and sat down. Let's say it's raining. You already have a reservation, okay? Your husband's gonna pull you up to the restaurant. He's gonna get out, open your door. He's gonna walk you to the restaurant door, open the door, and walk you in. He's probably then gonna leave to go park the car, or he's gonna go exchange whatever he needs to do with the valet. You're just gonna stand in the lobby or whatever the space is, and you're gonna wait for your husband to come back. You're not gonna go up to the hostess and give the reservation name. You're not gonna talk to her. This isn't out of like a, I'm better than them and I don't need to talk to them and I don't need to, I'm not like a, it's not in any sense like you're better than the hostess. You're just letting your husband lead and be masculine. He made the reservation. He's taking you out. Let him do the logistics. You're just being a princess. It's not because you're being hoity-toity. You're just letting your husband lead and letting him take care of it. So if I don't even know another situation where you would need to be dropped off, usually there's a valet so you can both get out together. But again, like, you don't need to feel awkward about it. Another huge part of the princess treatment is, I don't know if we specifically talked about this, but the over need to like talk and fill space. Like, you don't need to talk unless you are spoken to. And then if you are spoken to and they ask, you could just say, oh, I'm just waiting for my husband, and then he'll be able to give the reservation. Or you can say, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm not sure. My husband will be back, and then you can ask him. You can say it in a very soft and feminine way. I know this is gonna be ripped apart. People will just take things seriously such the wrong way, but that's how I would handle it. And then let's just go further into, so if you're sitting down, you're ordering.
All right. So we stop there?
Yeah.
It's a lot going on. There's a lot going on there, all right? So princess treatment, all right? Is it really caring, indulgence, or is that like a red flag of some of the stuff you talked about?
Okay. I think she's going very far here. So personally, I feel like I'm a princess, if I do say myself. I think that
yes,
there are certain things that I think are just good manners and a good, like, green flags for men, basically. You get
Not
what I'm
red
saying?
flags,
like,
but green flags. Okay.
yes, like men who open doors for you, who, pull your chair out, those kinds of things. Like, chivalry isn't dead. And like men who believe that, that's good. Like, to me, like, I don't think it's a bad thing that when I walk into like if we're walking into a place together, I don't grab the door.
Why would you?
Like I walk up to the door and then you open the door and then I'll go in, and like when we go to sit down, you'll pull my chair out and I'll sit down. And I think those are good things. Like you go and get gas for me, like certain things that are
Yeah,
like
even if you leave a mile on it, it's okay. I'll go do it.
But the point is that I get what she's saying on some of those things, which are good things. But she's taking it a little far when she's like, I don't put eye contact to the hostess and I don't da 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 da. And you're just letting a man lead and he's the one that, did the reservation. So I should just sit there and let him just do everything. Like, I don't believe that. I don't believe in that. Like, I feel like as women, we should have a voice. So for her basically saying like, as a woman, stay quiet, speak only when spoken to, speak softly, don't da da da. Like I get the whole, like, you don't have to be the type of woman that feels like you need to like put conversation into every single quiet moment. Like you don't need to do that. But at the same time, I feel like she goes way too far with this. Like, like as women, we should be able to take control of situations. We should be able to be involved in conversations and not wait to be called upon like we're a child in class raising our hand. Like that's ridiculous, completely ridiculous. So I do understand like letting a man lead and be masculine in the way that you're going to open doors and pull out chairs and all of those things. But at the same time, I am not helpless. I am not some little damsel in distress. And that narrative honestly bugs the crap out of me, that like, oh, I can't do anything. Where should I go? What should I do? I can't do anything without a big, strong man. Like, I feel like that's crazy. So yeah, I think you can let a man lead and also be a strong woman at the same time.
Of course, I don't disagree. Do you think her narrative is to give respect to the man since he's trying to give more of a leadership capacity in a world now today where they're trying to make sure that men are starting to become more feminine?
Well, yes, and
I
understand
is that her narrative?
To me, this feels a little extra though. It's like it's too much. It's too much. Like you are literally becoming a full-blown dependent for your husband's every day. Like that's a lot for him to go to work, go do this and that, deal with everything, and then let's go on a date night. Now I have to run in, umbrella you into the restaurant, run back, park the car, come back. Like that's crazy.
I'm glad that you feel
like
that way.
That's a lot.
I'm glad we have that expectation of each other.
Yeah, I'm like that's a lot of extra that you're putting on your husband.
I gotta put New Balances on versus my Stacey Adams because
that's a lot. Like why are you gonna go and run around when I can just go inside and get our seat? Like it's like why do I have to have you come in, come out, come in, come out? Like that's too much to me. I don't think that that's masculinity. I think that that is overcompensation for something. Ooh. So if it's her husband that's feeling like he has that need to do all of those things and she's complying with it for her husband, that's their relationship. Cool. Good for them. But if this is something that she's kind of demanding, that he's feeling the need to like rise to the occasion of, I feel like that's a lot of pressure. And that's a lot on somebody. So, yeah, no.
I'm interested. Send us your take. I would love to hear your comments. Like, has anyone ever asked for this type of treatment to you? And would you give it to them? Do you think that's a lot? Do you think that's a little? Do you think that is a good balance? I don't know. I just know for our relationship, it's called 100. I'm not going back and forth.
You're not going to bring me in the rain with the umbrella to the front door?
I'm very clear on that. Yes, I'll get the umbrella if it's raining over you. Got you, right? I'll take my shirt off my back if it's raining and all that to make sure you cover. I got you on that. I'll open the doors for you.
Yeah.
But if we don't have a reservation, I pull up. Hey, babe, I need you to go check and see if we can get a reservation. Like it's
and
all
I
good.
I have no problem doing that. Like,
and we'll be all fine.
Partnership.
Yes, we're in partnership.
Yeah.
Yes, I lead. Yes, I'm masculine. Yes, and all that. And I think you're respected on that aspect as well.
Yes, but, I am definitely treated like a princess. I can absolutely say that. I am treated like a princess, but being treated like a princess doesn't mean all of this extra crap. Like, you can still be a partner and be helpful to your husband and not have these crazy expectations for him to be running around doing dumb things.
So
like
interested to hear the comments on this
Yeah,
one. Like,
I'm
it's like,
interested.
is she extra or is she like?
She's extra.
Okay.
Any way you flip it, slap it up, flip it, rub it down, whatever. She's extra as heck. Like, let's like moving on.
I
Ain't nobody
love
doing
it.
all that.
Let's go to the
on.
next subject. So there's
Her
something
husband's
else.
a saint. Go ahead.
Beautiful day for that. I'm glad they have a great relationship, but it's viral right now. That's the only reason why we brought it up.
It's viral because it's cuckoo. That's people are watching it because they're like interested. Like, who is doing all this? Like,
Yeah,
that's nuts.
it's a lot.
I feel like
It's a lot.
anyway.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's another thing going on. So that's on TikTok. That's on all the social media. Maybe you saw it yourself already, but there's another thing going on right now.
What?
It's called dry begging. Have you ever heard of it?
Dry begging.
Dry, like dry, but begging.
My mind goes to something else when I hear this one.
Oh gosh. All right.
Okay, I'm back.
You
okay,
back? Yeah, come back.
dry begging.
Yes,
Okay, got it.
And there's like this little subtle disconnect right now when it comes to this conversation, but I want to explain dry begging. All right, so when we're doing some research on it, it says that dry begging is hinting at needs without actually saying them outright.
Okay.
That's all it is, right? So, babe, I got a need right now. I'm not going to say it outright. We need to go somewhere together. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding you.
Play the video.
Let's go to the
hear
video,
what's
all
going
right?
on
I'm
with
sorry.
dry begging.
We're married. It is what it is. All right. So, happy marriage. Here we go. So, let's look at this first one. You ready?
Wow, really? I haven't eaten all day. But it's fine. I'll manage. I guess I'll just stay home alone. Not that anyone cares. I used to have people I could rely on, but those days are gone. Some people are lucky to have support. I'm not one of them. I hate asking for help, so I'll just suffer here in silence. Each of these statements is designed to guilt you into offering up something without them having to ask you directly. Recognize this tactic. It's what covert narcissists do. It'll help you set boundaries and avoid falling into their manipulation. Click the link in my bio.
That's crazy. Manipulation at the highest level.
Yeah, that's manipulation for sure.
Let me guilt you.
Dry begging. Interesting.
Let me guilt you. All right. It says what narcissists use at the highest level.
Yeah, covert narcissist.
Covert though. Secret narcissist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy because I feel like
It's crazy.
this is really good. It happens a lot.
Oh, by
It
far.
happens a lot. Like, you do hear people doing those things, like they're trying to like guilt you into doing something, or, you know, I remember like in high school, I used to have this friend that every boy, it didn't matter who it was, like she had dibs on him. Like, if somehow it was like, oh, I like so-and-so, oh, I liked him too. It was like, oh, okay, so I'm not allowed to like him anymore. Or, oh, he's really cute. Oh, I mean, you can like him if you want, or, you know, see how it goes. But, you know, I used to like him, and I used to date him in middle school.
Oh, wow.
Like, okay, so you're basically saying I can't like him.
Yeah.
You know, like little things like that. So you get that those little signals that they're trying to say something. But I could see this like dry begging. It's like, if there's like, oh wow, your sandwich looks so good, I wish I had one. That's dry begging. Like trying to guilt you into giving me some of your sandwich.
Without just saying, hey, can I just have a sandwich?
Yeah.
Can I have a piece of that?
This
you
is
know?
so much work. I don't understand why people don't just say what you mean and mean what you say, people.
Yeah, maybe they don't want the rejection. It's a little deeper. I don't know. I mean, okay, so is hinting your needs just a modern communication today? Like,
Yeah.
because that's like hinting. You're hinting your needs. Is that the new communication today? Because this is becoming a big trend, or is it more like codependency on something else that's bigger, like in disguise for you?
Yeah. I think it probably has something more to do with like that codependency, like you're saying. I think that people are, because our society is so like social media text. Like a lot of
Yeah, it
people
is.
have a hard time communicating face to face today.
Oh, it's so hard for them.
You know, people have such a hard time. Like us growing up, I know we feel like ancient and old. Like I'm like back in our day.
I had to
But-
walk backwards 15 miles with one
Right.
boot in the snow. It never even snowed out there, Dad. What are you talking about?
But honestly, I think that it's probably a symptom of the issue of communication, that people have a hard time with communicating their needs to people because of the fact that they're so used to texting or whatever, that the face-to-face is maybe an issue. And so sometimes maybe they don't know how to say what they want, so then they start doing this like around the bout. And then what I don't like about this is that manipulation part. Because
Deep.
if I just say to you, can I have a piece of your sandwich? If you don't want to give it to me, it's easier for you to say no. But
Yeah.
if you feel bad for me,
Now you mess
if
my
you don't want to
emotions.
give it to me, if you feel bad, you're probably still going to override your initial no
Yeah.
because you feel bad.
Yeah.
So that's where this dry begging part is like problematic, is when you're starting to manipulate people to get what you want based off of the fact that you feel like you have a higher probability of receiving what you want
Yeah.
if they feel guilty.
Oh, this could get really, really bad. Question for you if you're listening. Have you ever felt emotionally cornered, okay, by a hint? You know, someone give you a hint and it's like, oh, I feel emotionally cornered by that. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah.
Or maybe you've been doing dry begging yourself and you didn't even realize it.
Yikes.
You know,
Yikes.
you've never been diagnosed that
I
you're
mean,
a
yeah.
covert narcissist.
Use covert to you too. You don't even know.
Dang, that's crazy, right? Let's go to the next point, right? So, like, what's the bare minimum, you know, in regards to versus a princess treatment? Like, what's the bare minimum to that? Like, where's the line? If we're going to talk about princess treatment, you know, because dry begging, you can integrate that. Obviously, it's a big trend. But when you go back to princess treatment, and we have definitely, you know, different perspectives on that one. But where's the line? Where's the line for you in that aspect?
For me, I feel like there is definitely a line. I think the line is, you know, you have to make sure that when you're with somebody, if it feels like love or if it feels like performance. Like, do you feel like you are doing things out of your heart? Like what you feel like you want to do. Like, I think you open doors for me and you do these things for me because it makes you feel good. Just like I cook for you, or I make you prepare your sandwiches or your meals or whatever, or like I'll set things out for you. And that's things that we do for each other out of love, not out of obligation and performance. And so I think if it starts to tiptoe into that, like I'm doing this because I have to do it, I'm doing this because it's not something I want to do, but because, you know, to make her feel a certain way, like that's where I think it starts becoming too much.
Yeah. Do you think that people perform because they're trying to position themselves to have an ass later?
Wow, maybe. I'm sure people do. I'm sure people do that all the time.
It's like strategically, you know, guilting you by performing. So if I perform now, then I can have a better ass later, and I can guilt you because I'm performing.
Like that's why you get my gas in my car, so then later at night you can be like, hey, remember I got your gas? No.
Gas me up now, right? You will call it what it is.
I found out what he's been doing. Now I see why
you
he
got
opens
me.
doors.
You got me. That's what it is. I mean, call it what it is. Yeah, it does. 100%.
It's an ask later.
That's later. We like the later. Don't you like the later? You listening to me? You like the later, all right? You better perform, right? But yeah, performer does position you. That's for sure. But if it's guilting,
Yeah, that's
if it's
the whole different thing.
that's all. If I'm guilting your emotion to get something out of it, then that's an issue, and that's now manipulation, and now you have a problem because now there's a resentment and there's not love in it. When there's not pure love in the engagement, then we have an issue. I think.
Absolutely.
All right. So tell us what gesture in a relationship is meaningful for you, right? What are those gestures? For her, is what? Opening doors. You know, for you, it's getting your gas clearly, even if you can leave nothing in it. And I have to call AAA to get the car wherever it's at to the gas station. I'm just kidding, right? But it's almost happened many times. All right.
The gas station is like 2 steps away. I could
2
throw a
steps
rock
away.
at the gas station
Whatever.
from here.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to see a crazy story? Here's a real story, okay? Since we're talking about that, right? She goes, hey, I got to take the kids to practice. Usually she's supposed to let me know about the gas tank like at least 50 miles. You know, when the yellow light kicks in, it just makes sense, right? She's supposed to let me know. But sometimes, you know, spring is in spring's world. She just lives life. So there's one time we went to a restaurant and we needed to switch cars because my car obviously has gas, right? So she's like, hey, I need to go somewhere. I said, no worries, but I don't need to go anywhere. I need to go home. We're like 2 minutes away from home. I have the kids now. She leaves me her car. Her car literally has, when I say 2 miles on it. Yeah, dog. Yeah, you heard it too, right? 2 miles on it.
What are you doing?
The kids looked at me and said, how are we going to get home? Because they saw it dropping down. I said, we're going to pray. That's what we're going to do. We prayed before they got to the gas station. So we had a lot of fun with that. But yes, that's what we do. That's a gesture that we do. What's a gesture for you that you may need to receive or looking to receive as well?
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because I think that in these situations, you know, like in that situation, it was like, hey, I was just driving on E. I don't pay attention to the gas because you always get gas in my car, so I just don't even look at it. But if I'm just truth be told, that might be a princess treatment that I'm used to. But you started it. It's where we are. Right? It's kind of the expectation that's like the unspoken. It's kind of like when you come home and you're driving home and you call me like, hey, is there dinner? It's like you have an expectation that there's food made. I have an expectation I have gas. It's just these are just kind of like pre-established expectations that we have in our roles, in our relationship.
And we're okay to perform at those levels.
We're okay with them. But are you? Are you okay with the role that somebody else gave you? So
that part, if you're not okay with it, then there's no choice. It's just an expectation. Mm-hmm. That could be a problem. So let's go to the next one. So like, who writes the rules then?
That's good. I think it's important for you guys to discuss it and for each person to decide that they want to do that role. You know, like I think I naturally just started cooking. You naturally would get gas in my car. And there was a period of time that you kind of stopped doing it at one point. And I was like, hey, you used to get gas in my car and now you haven't been. It's like, that hurts my feelings. Now it's like an expectation that I have.
Yeah.
Because
you see how she guilted me in that
But
right there? Like the guilt right there, man. It hurts my
No,
feelings.
it was just like, hey, what changed? Like, so I think that if you shouldn't start doing something that you don't feel like you're going to keep doing. Because then if you're not going to be consistent at something, then you set an expectation for the other person. They think that you owned. And then now they have this expectation that didn't need to be there, right?
Yeah.
So if I wasn't going to be cooking, then I probably wouldn't have, started doing that. But it's just, whatever it is. In your relationship, I think you guys make the rules. You decide how you do things.
I agree.
But I do think that it's important for there to be understanding and that the person takes ownership of that thing, that you didn't just put that on them.
Yeah. I think it's important to say, this is the gesture that I would like to receive. Mm-hmm. Are you okay with offering that?
Right.
Can you commit to that, and can you stay consistent at that?
Yeah.
That's a system.
And we literally did that because you guys have heard us talk about in the past about us doing our
Code of honor.
Our code of honor and things like that. And so those were things that were important to me that I've written in mine. He's written things that are important to him over the course of years that we've decided that we would accept or not accept, or things that we have basically signed up to do for each other. And so I think that's just important.
That fills our tank.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And just in case we don't do it consistently, there's grace there, and just a reminder so you can get back on the.
Exactly.
Right. Cool. All right.
Exactly.
So when we start thinking about drawing the line, I guess you would say, and you're thinking about getting back to the rule part of it. Mm-hmm. When you are thinking about the gestures that are to your core, and someone's probably watching this right now trying to figure out I would like my man to do this for me, or vice versa. I would like my wife to do this for me. What is overboard? Like, what is too much gestures to ask for, I guess you would say? Or it starts to become more like, I'm just now tasking you and all these different things. Now I put expectations on, and now I create this whole job resume that maybe you truly don't really want to do, but you just do it because, you know, you're trying to be a good spouse, whatever it may be. So
I think that it just really is. It's not so much about the things, but
Okay.
that there is equality in the amount of effort that's being put out for each other. Because like we could sit here and do a laundry list of things that I do and a laundry list of things that you do, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to be quite equal because we don't do the same exact things.
Never will.
But at the same time, the effort is equal.
it has to be.
The effort has to be equal.
How do you measure that though? Because I know there's some technical people you're gonna be watching saying, well, you know, I was just watching Meet the Eatmons Endangered Species. I love this. I was watching my wife, and I have all these different things, and I need wife, and I have all these different things, but then the lists are off, right? The wife now has 10, the man only has 5. But how do you make it equal where they both feel loved?
Yeah, I think it really just has to do with what are that person's needs, and are you both willing to equally fulfill each other's needs? And if
Easy.
the other person, if one of the people's like list is so long that it feels overwhelming for that person, then they have to say that.
They do.
And they have to say like, hey, this is stuff that I can commit to, but this is stuff that I really can't necessarily commit to. I can maybe do some of these things once in a while, but this is a little bit too much. Because if you commit to doing something that feels like performance for you, then it's going to start to erode at your relationship. You're going to end up starting to feel resentment towards that person when you do those things. So I think that it really just has to be about intention, your mindset about why and what you're doing, and just having that understanding of why you're doing something for each other. So it's like, and when you love each other, that those things a lot of times come easily. But it shouldn't be unequally where you're doing all of these crazy lists for me and I'm not really doing much for you. Then that's where it's performative, and it's like, then is your love performative based?
Yeah.
Is it based off of just you love me only if I do all of these things for you?
Conditional.
But then, yeah, it's conditional, but then I'm not getting that same thing in return.
So interesting, because why are we even talking about this topic today? Because social media.
Yeah.
Right? So social media is really like changing the thought pattern and the way that we run relationships today. Right? It's
believe
becoming a
that.
new blueprint in essence, right? So like, how do you position yourself where you don't allow trends that we consistently see, like what we're talking about here today, like princess treatment, those trends to actually make you rethink on how your relationship should be operating?
Yeah. I think it's important for you to just have your own values and principles. You know, like you have to know what your relationship stands for, who you want to be to each other, and who you want to be seen as. And you can't allow social media to run your life in any area. You know, if you are getting your whole life experience through social media, I mean, everything, you're going to be going in a circle, because every video, there's going to be another video that contradicts it. And for every other video, there's going to be another. Like if you watch TikTok doctors, you can't eat, you can't drink, you can't breathe, you can't do nothing. You're going to die trying not to die because you cannot do anything. Like literally, like
there's so much going on today.
It's overwhelming.
Like, it's super overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. And so I think that it's like you have to just put that stuff on the shelf sometimes, understand some of it's entertainment. I'm hoping that first video with that lady, that some of that was entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, I think some people are saying shock value things to try to get clickbait. You know, it is what it is.
To a point, it's a 5-minute video. We watched 3 minutes of it. So maybe she cleaned it up towards the end. Who knows?
Maybe. You know, we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt, ma'am.
More power
You
to
thrive in your princess behavior, and your husband loves it. You love it. We love it. Hey, we're happy for you if y'all happy. But at the end of the day, you cannot allow TikTok, you can't allow trends to start to change the way that you live your life. That's what the Bible's for. That's what that's for. You have to have principles and values that help you to dictate how you live your life and what you do. So I think that's the case for me. What do you think about it?
I think ultimately, I don't think a real relationship needs like a caption. And I think so many people are looking for a caption on their relationship. They're looking at to become a image or a perception of something that they're not really. So if you don't have vulnerability, you don't have mutual care, there's not authenticity in the conversations that you're having with your spouse or your relationship, it doesn't matter if the camera's on or not.
Yeah.
Right. So it really matters what's happening when the camera is not on. That really shows what the real relationship is, not the highlight reel everyone's posting. So I think that's more important is, can your relationship, if there was cameras watching your relationship, would you even want cameras watching it? Not when you click it and now we'll say, okay, it's recording.
Yeah. And then it's like,
yeah, right. I was watching this video on social media, and then this couple was in the car, right? Mm-hmm. And they're about to go to a party. They're about to go to this event, and they're arguing. Mm-hmm. Arguing. They get out the car. They walk up to the front door. Arguing. Front door opens. Hey! Hands down, love. Now doing all these gestures and all these different things like they were arguing all the way up. Not even 20 minutes ago, right? Then they get out the house after the event's over, and then they go back to arguing again, right? And that's, to me, most people's relationships, because now they have other eyes on them versus the most important eyes that need to be on each other.
That's so good. So good. Yeah, why does that happen? Like, why are people more concerned about perception, what other people perceive their relationship to be than what their relationship actually is for each other?
Yeah.
Ooh, I feel like that's a whole nother video.
Yeah, it is. And put in the comments if you want us to talk more deeply into that, because that's something that we're gonna need more than another.
But I can't lie, we did that before. Everybody's done that before.
Of course,
where it's like you big beefing, and then but you got somewhere to beef. Like, we're gonna have to shake this beef off. We're gonna have to get grilled down to chicken at some point. But honestly, but that's weird to be like, where we got beef, we acting like lovey-dovey, and then we get back in the car and back to beef. Like, nah, it's like once we decide we let it go, like, we moving on, we're good.
Now you know that wasn't authentic. Mm-hmm. Now we can table the conversation and go back to the conversation later, but we should go back to this huge beef again.
Right. And if we picking the beef back up, we're not holding hands and kissy in the during the day. Like, that's how you know you're not being authentic to yourself. Like, you got to be real.
Which means you lowered those standards, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's great.
So cool. All right. So I think this was a good conversation. If you like this conversation as well, leave in the comments. If you want any other things you want us to talk about, please let us know, because we're always open to that. But today was definitely about the princess treatment, huh, princess? All right, so close us out of here. What's on your mind before we leave?
Well, I'll say this. I think that this was a fun conversation. There's a lot of things. It's really crazy how many people do really dictate their life based off of trends and things that are happening on social media. So make sure you're authentic to yourself. Make sure you're being true to your spouse, to your partner, and what's real for you and what really works, and because that's what really matters for you. Yeah. But as we're wrapping up today, guys, just remember, as this world is consistently changing, social media, all this influences, outside voices and noise, just remember that it doesn't matter whatever's happening out there, but it's so important that we keep these very important things like leadership principles, love, marriage, relationships, being faithful, caring about one another, your neighbors, all of those things. Like, these are very important things, but they're becoming more endangered by the day. And so whatever's inside of you that is endangered, pull that thing out of yourself, let it shine bright for the world to see, because it's not just important that you survive, but it's vital. So we're excited for you guys to be with us. We will see you next time on the next Endangered Species podcast. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.